The results-driven Merrimack Valley Chamber of Commerce invites you to connect your business with 1,000 other companies just like yours, including education and workforce development, healthcare, professional services, manufacturing, retail, nonprofit, trades and vocations, hospitality, among many others, and benefit with chamber programs and services such as government affairs, energy and economic development, small business assistance, networking opportunities, women in business programs, young people in business programs, and more. We invite your business to become a starring member of the Merrimack Valley Chamber today and see what a difference this chamber will make for you. Join your community's most trusted, effective, and relevant business network connection today. The Merrimack Valley Chamber of Commerce.
Hello, welcome to the Merrimack Valley Chamber Means Business Program. I'm your host, Michael Bevilacqua. I'm the Vice President of the Merrimack Valley Chamber of Commerce. I'm here with a very special guest today. I'm here with James Maguire of Crumbl Cookies. Welcome to the show, James.
Thanks, Mike. Really appreciate you having me, and excited to share what we've got going on at Crumbl Cookies.
Perfect. Well, for those who don't know, Crumbl Cookies is a brand new business located right in Methuen at the Loop, right next to AMC. Tell everyone at home what Crumbl Cookies is and what you guys do.
So we are right at the Loop, 90 Pleasant Valley Street. We're located right next to the AMC movie theater. We bring joy to the Merrimack Valley area.
Yes.
With the greatest box of cookies in the world. That's really our mission statement, is to have people gather around the world's greatest box of cookies. What's unique about us is we've got six cookies every week, and 4 of those rotate. So we have 4 new specialty flavors every week, and then we have 2 staple cookies that we always have, that you can always get, and that everyone loves.
Yes, and located right in the Merrimack Valley at the Loop, which you right up the highway, so it's a convenient location for everyone. People at home, saying they hear cookies, they're like, well, we have cookies in the in the cupboard, or I could make a batch of cookies, but your cookies are different than anyone else's, in my opinion. What makes Crumbl Cookies different than anyone else's?
Yeah, I think one of the big things that makes our cookies different is I could tell you that it comes from my heart. Obviously, I do, right? I make it from my heart. But no, it's really our core ingredients.
Sure.
We use top-notch, high-quality ingredients. We never skimp at all. We have very particular recipes that we follow as well, that come down from corporate. And then I think along with that is, the quality of the ingredients, but then the training from the team. Our team is just, all local individuals, which we love, from the Merrimack Valley area, but the training that we give to them, they're very detail-oriented with not missing one step. Mm-hmm. And if you do miss a step, it's gone, right? Yep, we're not going to send it out. The customers,
you're going to have quality products each
they're
every
not going to
time.
they're not going to get something that's not top-notch quality.
Sure.
So for sure, that's definitely, I think, what makes our cookies just incredible, as opposed to, my mom, I love her, but Mom, sorry, our cookies are a little bit better.
Yeah, when you go to Crumbl, they're big cookies, about that big. I thought I could eat like 3 or 4, but I ate one. I couldn't eat any more. That's how good, how good it was, and that's how big it was. So they, I could talk about cookies all day, but I want to just mention one more thing, is that you offer, I think you said earlier, 6 different flavors each and every time you go in. You have the 2 staples, which are.
Yeah, the staples are the chocolate chip, which has just, the biggest milk chocolate chips that you can get. So we've got the chocolate chip, which everybody loves, that beats out every cookie every week. And then our chilled sugar, which I think you mentioned was your favorite.
That's my favorite one. So
yeah,
I'm thinking about those now.
Has a touch of almond in it, and so I think that is what makes it that little pop, that little extra.
So every time you go in, those two flavors are there, and then how do you rotate the different ones?
Yeah, so that's a great question. A lot of it is based on customers. Yeah. We love customer feedback. Crumbl is heavily on social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I think we talked about the kids are doing these days, right? So TikTok, pretty much any social media on our website, but they love feedback. So if you love that chilled sugar and you're like, man, this is incredible, giving them good feedback.
Sure.
Or the Reese's Cup cookie that we had a couple weeks ago. If that's something that you love, give them feedback. I've seen them bring a cookie back, and we've only been open since October, but we've already gone through a couple cookies more than once. And I think a large part of it is customer feedback. Sure. You're loving that cookie, let them know, and they're going to make sure that we that we get it back.
Yep, and I think one of the keys about Crumbl Cookies is, in addition to selling a quality product that you're going to get each and every time, you also, and as lame as it's going to sound, you sell smiles, because I talk to people, each and every week. I tell them, hey, have you tried Crumbl Cookies yet? And they go, I was there, I had the Reese's cookie, or I was there, I had the Snickerdoodle cookie. I mean, they legitimately get excited about, me and myself, I get excited as well, about Crumbl Cookies. They're excited about the new flavors, and it's not the same, boring flavors each and every time. You have something new in every week that they go in. There's going to be something new for them to try. Is that the reason why you have new flavors, and what is it about Crumbl that really makes people smile?
Yeah, so I think those are great points, great questions. That, like I said in the beginning, that's really Crumbl's mission, and then that's our kind of partnership group's mission as well. As especially right now, we want to bring joy to people. We want people to rave about number one, the cookies, but not just to gather around the cookies, but gather around something that they can enjoy and talk about and spread the word about. But I think it's more than that. I think it's, right now we need something to hold on to. I'm grateful that we've had great feedback from customers. If there are customers out there that don't have great feedback, we want to hear about it and we want to fix it. Because we don't want to send something out or have a bad product or a bad experience. We're not perfect, disclaimer. We're not perfect, but we strive 100% to do our very best for people. So
yeah, during this pandemic and everything going on, to bring a smile to someone's face, I mean, that says a lot. So congratulations, that's a mission achieved for you guys.
Yeah, we're working on it.
And speaking of pandemics, you guys, which I commend you each and every day for, you decided to open up your business at the Loop in Methuen, Crumbl Cookies, during this pandemic. You put people, you, Jeff, Steve, your whole team, you decided to open up during the pandemic, put people to work that are right here in the Merrimack Valley. Tell us about what made you open up, rather than holding up until saying, the pandemic ends and people had the vaccine. What made you open up early and say, let's go forward with this now?
Yeah, so that is the $1 million question. I think it's a little bit of a gut feeling, gut instinct, but we started looking into the Loop area, Methuen area, back in March of 2020, February, March timeframe. And we were hoping to get in there in end of June or July. Obviously, we didn't open until October. But a lot of it had to do with, take a step back, see what was going to kind of happen in the economy, see what the pandemic was going to maybe look like, or if it was going to go down in numbers and so on. And then, the three of us really just had some discussions about, what does it look like if we don't open? What does it look like if we do open? What does it look like if we, maybe delay? And the three of us just unanimously were like, what, now is the time to step forward. Now is the time to potentially be, a hope, a light, if you will, some joy to the Methuen area. And we knew that the cookies were going to be, incredible and people were going to love them. But you're right, it was definitely a lot of discussions, a lot of decisions that we had to make. But I'm so glad we decided to move forward because people needed to go back to work. The team that we have an absolutely incredible team. I couldn't be more proud of the individuals that we have working for us, from high school age all the way up to late 50s, 60s. My mom, she's incredible. She works with us. She puts a ton of love behind those cookies.
It's got to be good then. So.
Yeah, exactly.
So how many total employees do you have right now?
We have about 55-ish, 55, 60, and we just brought on a manager.
That's great.
Who's going to be incredible. He's actually right here from Haverhill.
Oh, wow.
So, another local we're super excited to bring on board.
Yep.
So.
No, I mean, that's amazing. That over 50 employees during this time, I mean, that's incredible. So I really want to say thank you and commend you guys for that. And I know you had to, sort of build the business a little bit differently because of COVID. So you had to have people, people staying 6 feet back from each other. And you also have the curbside pickup, which is an option for people who might not want to go inside and be around people. They have the option to, order on the app, I think it is.
Yep.
And just drive up and pick it up. So how does that work?
Yeah, so, I feel like with contactless payment, contactless, pickup, delivery, getting products that way, Crumbl Corporate, they have a great tech platform, their app. I think a lot of companies are changing that way too, just with what's going on. But basically, you download the app on your phone. You can search whatever location you want. There's 150 or so around the country and growing. But so you select your location and you select what cookies you want. And when you look at your phone, Mike, I mean, same thing in the store, right? You see that kind of display of cookies right
Yes.
there. I mean, it looks just like it right on the phone. So you just select what you want, and then you actually can select what day and what time you want to pick it up.
Oh, great.
So if you're thinking, man, like on Friday, right?
Yeah.
You're thinking on Friday, man, Monday's going to be a tough day. I'm going to need something to get me through the week, right? You could come by and set it to pick up at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
So you can set it early and pick it up when you want.
That's exactly right. Yep. And then just press the button that you're here, and as soon as somebody presses that button, that's when we'll actually start making that person's individual box.
Yeah.
Because we want to make sure we maintain that quality of freshness from oven to the warmer right into your box.
I think that's the key. And I think you guys really stand for quality products. And I think one thing people might worry about if they were using the app is like, well, I wonder when these cookies are actually going to be made. They're going to be made like the day before. They're going to be yesterday's batch. Not at all. Those cookies, when you're going to go pick them up, they're put in right when you get outside. Correct?
That's exactly right. So as soon as you hit that button, that you're in the parking lot or right near the parking spot, what happens is we get a notification in the store, and it's actually kind of funny. It's a horn, right? So we use iPads, and so when we hear a horn go off, we know that somebody's waiting for their cookies, and then we can see what cookies they want, and then at that point we get them from the warmer, and they get in that box. And if a customer gets a box of cookies that is not warm, at the curbside pickup, they better come back in or they better call me, and I'll make sure we get that fixed. But they always come out warm, and we're super proud of that for sure. So,
how long have you been a part of Crumbl Cookies yourself?
January of 2020, my brother and I flew to Utah, and our other partner Steve, and we did some interviews with the CEO and the COO and the founders, and they accepted our application. And so it's been right now. It's been about a year. From 2020 to 2021, and we're just super excited for the opportunity. We want to share it with everybody. We think we're bringing some joy to people.
Oh, definitely.
And so we're just excited to continue to grow and stay a part of the brand and help them grow as well. Because I mean, the same thing with them out in Utah. The corporate office is, growing in this time. They're pushing just as hard as some of the local owners are to kind of open up, and they're going through some of the strict guidelines as well.
No, it makes sense to be able to grow during this pandemic. It's just amazing. We talked about bringing smiles to people's faces. We'll get into that in a second. But if we haven't sold any on the Crumbl Cookies yet, let me just tell you, when you go there and you get one, it's this big. You break it apart. It's hot. It's like it came just out of the oven, and it's amazing. Trust me. It's gonna picture a big cookie with a glass of milk at home. You can't beat it.
You can't.
But speaking of that and bringing smiles to people's faces, you actually have programs where you sell catering orders to businesses or parties. How does that all work? Why should people be part of that?
Yeah, that's a great question. It's a great part of our business that we don't talk about that much with customers. We have some information about it, but it's great for number one, pricing is different. So there's certain quantities that you have to meet if you're going to do a catering order. The quantities are 50 or more cookies. You could do the small mini ones, which I think are just super cute. They're just incredible. They look great. They taste great. But so you could do 50 of those as a minimum, and you could kind of mix some of the flavors up, or 50 of the large sizes. And then just the pricing is pretty significantly lower than if you were just buy a box.
So you save by the quality.
You're going to save by the quantity for sure. But what's great is, you've got, there's a business locally here that did a retirement for an individual, and we wrapped them in all cellophane bags. So individually wrapped cellophane bags, for COVID and things like that. But, it's tough because you don't want to throw a birthday party for somebody at your work because you can't get too close and things like that. We feel like this is a great option. Where we can wrap those in different bags or do individual boxes, but also have something sweet or some type of a catering treat to offer to the team or to the local business or something like that.
And you also offer that sort of gifts where you actually say for Christmas or for a holiday or whatever it is, you say I want to send it out to these 10 people. You can pick the 10 people, give you the address, and then you're going to drive it right out to them.
So we have done that. It was difficult. We made it work. But so now we have the Crumbl catering van or the delivery van. So if you see that, around town, feel free to give me a honk. I'm normally the driver.
I'll chase you guys down,
yeah.
so.
We might have cookies, we might not. But yeah, so we've done some of that. We actually had a couple real estate agents in North Andover that I thought it was a great idea. They came to us and were like, hey, we've got X amount of clients. We'd like to do a catering. We'd like to have you deliver them. And it worked out great. They had such an incredible response from their clients. And, it's just something different, right?
It's something different.
You bring a gift card to somebody and it's...
If I get a gift card,
it's
I'm
not
like,
as personal.
oh, great, I get another gift card. I can put it in my closet, my drawer and get to it at some point.
Exactly.
But when you deliver a hot, fresh box of cookies or whatever it is, I mean, that brings instant smile. I mean,
Totally.
They're going to jump right in that box, have a cookie, save some for later. I mean, that is a totally different gift, and I commend you guys for having, such a great idea with that. So how do people learn more about those? How do people learn more about how to take advantage of that, or even more about your business?
Yeah, so the catering aspect, just in general, the app. So you could go right on the app, and you can look at some of the flavors and the pricing and stuff there. I love people.
Yeah.
So I love when people call and ask questions about catering. I love to try to fix things and figure things out. And like with the real estate agents,
Sure.
we weren't sure how we were going to do it, but we figured it out. So I love when folks contact the store and ask for me, James Maguire, when we try to figure that out and make sure that it's correct, make sure that it's the right order that they want. But you could go to the app. We've had customers do that, go to the app and just order right through the app and never have to talk to me, which is fun. And then you go to the website, or you could call in.
What's the phone number and what's the website?
That is a great question. I don't have the phone number memorized.
What's the website?
The website is crumblecookies.com, and then you can just look for our location, Methuen.
And you can just Google Crumbl Methuen.
Yeah,
and
you
get the phone
can.
number
We
right
got the
there,
phone
too.
number right
So
there, yeah.
It's that simple.
Yep.
So, we're filming this episode right now in January. It's mid-January. Coming up is Valentine's Day. We're not going to talk about Valentine's Day because I love cookies. We're going to talk about it because you guys have a special coming up for Valentine's Day, correct?
Yeah, so I can't give you the details because it's kind of top secret, but a Crumbl corporate always comes out with something interesting for Valentine's Day. Last year, I can tell you what they did last year. Last year, they kind of had these little Valentine's Day cards, kind of like, I love you, be mine. And on the back was a QR code, almost like a gift card that you could bring into the store.
Oh,
and
pretty cool.
It was a cookie, right? But you could buy those and give those to your loved ones or whoever you had for Valentine's Day. This year they're going to do something a little different with kind of touch.
Changes up each and every year.
Yeah, changes up every year. But we're going to have some incredible Valentine's Day cookies. I've seen the lineup. I'm already prepping and getting ready the incredible ingredients, but it's going to be a lot of fun for sure.
No, that's pretty cool. And that's the great thing about Crumbl Cookies. It's not the same thing each and every day. You go in, I'm going to pick up a cookie here. I'm going to go get this here. It makes you look forward to seeing, hey, what's different here? What's going to be here when I go in? What's this new special they might be having for a certain holiday? And you really, I've seen with Halloween, I've seen with Thanksgiving, I've seen with Christmas, and the holidays. You design your cookies and your promotions designed for those different holidays, and I think that's really cool how you give someone something to look forward to through cookies.
100%. And for Thanksgiving, we did something a little bit different. First time that Crumbl's ever tried this is we had little pumpkin pies.
Okay.
And so, we, again, made everything from scratch, put them in that little pie tin. They literally looked like a little pumpkin pie. I'm not saying that that's what we're doing maybe coming up with something different, but maybe just a little plug to keep an eye out.
I'm trying to get these codes out here. So I know you're a former veteran, and thank you for your service. And I'm trying to get these little secrets you're throwing in through this interview.
That's it, yeah.
One other thing you guys offer, Crumbl, it's not just cookies. You guys are you ice cream now, or will eventually be ice cream? How is that working out?
That is a thorn in my side right now. We got certain limited amounts of ice cream from Utah. They sent out to us, and we just blew through it. I mean, everybody in the area just loved it. So we're super excited about that. Right now, we're having a challenge with shipping and with bringing it back out with some delays in that. We do still have our lemon poppy seed ice cream, which actually is my favorite. So we still have a bunch of containers of that.
Do you have it because you locked it up and didn't show everyone else?
Maybe a little bit. That's my favorite. I know it kind of sounds weird, lemon poppy seed, but it's not too much lemon.
It's different
too,
which is good.
It's perfect. So we still have
just
that,
enough.
But we're working on it. I am in communication with them very regularly about, hey guys, our team loved it, our customers loved it, and so the same flavors that are there now on the website that you can see are hopefully what we're going to be getting shortly. And then again, those ice creams the plan is to continue to have those rotate as well. Not as often as the cookies, but yeah, for sure.
So it's almost like the cookies. You walk in, you have a different cookie flavor. You might walk in and have a different ice cream.
That's
flavor.
Exactly right. It won't be as often because it takes more to produce ice cream, right?
Yeah, makes sense. So,
but the goal is to kind of rotate. And I just wanted to plug one thing real quick. Being military, thank you for mentioning that. Super grateful to serve. But we do offer military, law enforcement, and emergency services discounts. So the team doesn't always plug it in. Don't be afraid to mention it. Any law enforcement, police officers, emergency services, anybody in that field, when you come in, make sure you ask for it. Yeah. And we will 100% honor that.
Yeah. So. And I think with again, thank you for your service. The Merrimack Valley Chamber does a lot with our veterans and our first responders. And one thing I always tell them is that it's not something given to you. You earned it. You earned that thing. So, like you said,
100%.
You just got to, if you're part of that group, you just ask for it and then you receive it.
That's it. My premise, Mike, is if you don't ask, the answer is always no.
Yes.
So you got to ask,
exactly.
right?
I love that. So
you got to ask.
Now you talked about earlier also. You just hired a new manager. You have over 50 employees. Are you hiring right now, or is that something you're looking through?
Yeah.
In the future?
Yeah. Great question. We are hiring morning bakers and then drivers. We currently contract with DoorDash, and I'm sure some of the viewers will who have ordered delivery before have had some challenges with that, with our cookies specifically. Again, we talked about quality. When the cookies leave our store and we don't necessarily have control over the quality that's being taken care of, and I'm not going to go into details, but we've had some customers that we've had to take care of because the delivery hasn't been incredible. So delivery drivers were really excited to be expanding that aspect of our business. We currently have 3. We just brought on the 3rd. And so we are looking for that.
Crumbl exclusive
Crumbl drivers, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Crumbl exclusive. So they're
almost like a pizza man's a cookie man.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. I feel like we have very competitive wages that we're paying. And the people of the Merrimack Valley are just so generous with their tips to the team. And so I just want to mention that. The team is super grateful for that. But they work for them. Yeah. They work very hard.
They earn it again.
And they deserve them.
Yeah.
And they deserve them. So I thank all the customers and the Merrimack Valley for that. But we are hiring morning bakers, and we're hiring drivers, and we're potentially going to be putting out a post for an assistant manager.
So how do people learn about these job opportunities? How do they apply?
Yeah, the best way is to either call the store and ask, or just shoot us an email, and the email is Methuen@crumbl.com, and there's no E on Crumbl, so Methuen@crumbl.com, and ask for a hiring manager or what positions are available. We'll actually send them to our kind of private website where we have our listings.
Okay, great.
And then they can kind of go through the portal that way. But it's always changing and updating, and we are growing and expanding, and so we're looking for some more, great talent, great excited team members that maybe want to grow with us as we continue to grow. So
it's great. I've been to the store a number of times, and I've seen people, the employees there, and they're having a good time. It's people of all ages, so it's a great opportunity to be right here in your own backyard in the Merrimack Valley. So that's great. And you mentioned morning bakers. What are your hours? What days are you open? What times are you open?
Yeah, great question. So our hours for customers are 8 a.m. Monday through Friday to 10 p.m. So 8 a.m. open, 10 p.m. close. Friday we're open till midnight. So Friday, Saturday we're open till midnight. Monday through Thursday, 8 to 10, and then Friday, Saturday, 8 to midnight. So we're excited about that. But as far as the baking position, as far as the team members, we've got team members there as early as 5 a.m.
Wow.
You got to get the fresh quality cookies. You got to get those things mixing. So they're there early, and then, when we close, our team's typically there a half an hour or so after. And
I think that's the key. The cookies are made daily there. They're not saved overnight. They're like, it's they're not it's all about quality, all about freshness, and I commend you and your team for that. What as we start to begin to close out this episode, what would you like to add? Why if someone hasn't been to Crumbl yet, or if they have been in once and might think about coming back, why should they come in? Why should they try your cookies?
That's a tough question. I really think we're different. I think there are some local cookie shops around the area, and I frequent Facebook every now and then, and I'm curious about the customer's reaction and customer reviews. And I think we're really different. I think it's not only the ingredients, but I think it's the customer service aspect. I think it's when you walk in, you're going to be greeted, just with that welcome to Crumbl from the team. I actually had a customer tell me that we are the Tiffany's of cookies. And so I love that.
Yeah.
I love that because, the cookies aren't cheap, right?
Sure.
They're not inexpensive. You're getting a huge cookie for it, but we feel like, there's a ton of value there as opposed to just something that you're going to eat. Right?
That's the key, though. You mentioned they're not cheap, but they're not expensive at the same point. First off,
Totally,
as well.
yeah.
But you get the value. You feel like you get what you pay for, and that's what I think that's what makes Crumbl different. Is you get what you pay for.
Totally.
You get the value out of every bite, out of every cookie, out of every box.
Yep.
If you send it as a gift, you're gonna get the value out of it. It's not something you're gonna regret spending that money on.
100%. And I will say, I'll just say it again, is if somebody hasn't gotten the value or felt like they get the value,
Yeah.
I'm going to take care of you. So you come to the store, call James.
Yeah.
I'll take care of it. We want to make sure that everybody leaves happy.
You're gonna leave with a smile. You're gonna leave satisfied, and that's why I think you should check out Crumbl Cookies. So. As we close out, you've been a member of the Merrimack Valley Chamber of Commerce for since you guys opened up your store. How has being a member of the Chamber benefited you and your business?
I can't say enough great stuff about the Chamber, especially with you, Mike. I mean, you guys have you've pointed us in the right direction. If we've needed help or if we've asked for help, if we asked for anything, you're sending us to the right people. You're getting us the right information. There's a great network of just other business leaders and business individuals that are inside that chamber. I don't want to say it's a club or a clique, but it's like-minded individuals that are gathering, meeting together, and really able to bounce ideas off each other.
Sure.
We want to be a leader in the area, and so we want to make sure that we're meeting regularly with leaders and communicating with leaders. And so being a part of the Merrimack Valley Chamber has really kind of opened up more avenues of communication for us, more areas that we can step out and maybe help local businesses or step in and just be maybe a voice for a business that maybe needs somebody to help out.
Yeah.
But love connecting with you guys, and we'll definitely be a member for a long time to come.
I appreciate it.
Sure.
Our members are the best. They're people that want to see other businesses succeed. And the thing that amazes me with Crumbl is this many months into their business, they're already asking, how can we help others? Who can we help? Who can we point us in the direction? And it's amazing to see how they are thinking about others rather than only thinking about themselves. So I want to commend you and your team for that, and I want to say thank you for having such a great quality product, getting people employed, especially during this pandemic. And I'm just going to have you, first off, if you want to get their number, go off Google, Crumbl Cookies without an E, Crumbl Cookies, and you can find it over Methuen the number. But how do people reach you on Facebook or social media or on your website?
Yeah, Crumbl Cookies on social media, literally just Crumbl Cookies. You could type that in, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I don't know how they do it on TikTok. But what's exciting too is we actually have our own hashtag. So it's Crumbl Cookies, no space, hashtag Crumbl Cookies Methuen,
Okay.
the town.
Oh, great.
And we've had a couple customers, if you post pictures and put that hashtag in there, we've had a bunch of customers win party boxes.
Oh,
There's
pretty
a box
cool.
of 12. So corporate will send out a free code
I like
for
that.
that. Yeah, so we love that. But
Plenty of surprises. So go in, check out the traditional cookies, the brand new cookies coming every other week, the ice cream. I mean, there's a whole host of things you can find out at Crumbl Cookies. So James, I just want to thank you again for being part of the Merrimack Valley Chamber Means Business Program. Anything you'd like to add as we close out?
No, I think that's it, and I really appreciate you having me, and we're excited for 2021. It's going to be a great year.
Definitely. Well, thank you again for being part of the show. I want to thank you all again for being part of the Merrimack Valley Chamber Means Business Program, and we look forward to seeing you next time as well. Thank you very much.